Hey Nick, it's Saturday, March 7th. Glad to see Keels is back from her production. I know it's kind of hard to be apart, but even for work. So glad to see you two are back together and hanging out and having fun. Also, glad to see you haven't caught the coronavirus. I know there are so far no cases in Michigan, but I've gotten so many emails from this university about precautions and measures to take. It makes me feel super secure, but you'd almost think that like every student has it. So that's kind of been on tip of mind. But also, I want to start a conversation back and forth between you and I about lessons we've learned in our fields. Now, this isn't going to be like job advice 101, because I think it'd be kind of dumb. But you and I both like philosophy. We both like what we do. And I was wondering if we can make any sort of meaningful connection between those two. I know my undergraduate degree, physics, is famous for being one of the sciences that just pumps out philosophers. In fact, the guy who made the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which is like one of the foundational things about quantum mechanics, has a book called Physics and Philosophy. But I'm not so much talking about the like crazy debates that happen around physical stuff, like, you know, if quantum mechanics isn't real, then we don't have free will and determinism. Not anything like that. More so, handy things that we might carry into our everyday lives, everyday conversations, or have affected the way that we view the world. And I just wanted to start off, and I'll probably go into this later in my next video, about the idea of the rejection of certainty, or the abolition of certainty. It's just a fancy name for saying, well, you know, I don't really know much, but I have arguments for it. Like, I don't understand a lot of things. There's no certain idea that my reference frame of reality is an absolute one. And this is one that in physics was brought forth by it's called Galilean relativity, but the real Ferrari of this coming from physics was special and general relativity. And in physics, that's super useful because it gave us a lot of modern physics. So stuff that we use every day was supremely, profoundly affected by this. But in a personal sense, it is great because it helps you remove any of the assumptions you have in an argument. Because if you just start from the first principles of saying, well, we have a playing field, anything I do say, needs to be supported by evidence, makes it better, makes your argument better, because you're building up and you're not relying on assumptions. I'll probably go in more in this one, but I'd be interested to see what you have coming from music. Plus, I'm running up against my time. So I'll catch you later. Have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow.